Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading, where we're going to be looking into the Aquarius New Moon energy that's going to be hitting its biggest on February 9th at 5:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to look here first at how we can make the most of the new moon wishes, and then we'll get into the pick a cards. So making the most of new moon wishes. If you make the 10 wishes positive, that draws in that type of energy. It's always about energy, like attracts like. So when we focus on what we want to come into our life rather than what we want to leave, it's more conducive for us, because if I focus on what I want to leave, I'm actually drawing it to me more. So it's amazing how energy works. So being aware, staying positive around our wishes will make them even more powerful. Writing them out, saying them out loud as we do, that puts that vibration out through our actions, through our throat chakra. So doing that kind of vibration definitely helps. Approaching with gratitude, as we said, higher vibrational energy of gratitude by saying thank you for something draws it in, and we're telling the universe, I enjoy being grateful for things, so bring more of that to me. Also, feeling it with our hearts and seeing it with our mind's eye brings in that emotional and mental energy. And revisiting the wishes as often as we can, because again, whatever we focus on the most is what we draw more quickly to us. The energy is extra strong when we make the wishes within 8 hours after the new moon. We can always do the new moon wishes between the new moon and the full moon, but they're most powerful during those first 8 hours after the new moon starts. So after 5:59 p.m. Eastern Time on February 7th, the first 8 hours is most ideal. And then the wishes are more super sparky when the characteristics or the subject around the wishes coincides with the zodiac sign that the new moon is in. So being in Aquarius, anything around social circles, humanitarian global outlooks, new and unusual ways of approaching challenges, technology, inventions, the internet, and our big dreams. It rolls over the 11th house of our whopping wishes. And there's sudden and surprising major change energy around that. Higher spiritual thinking and pursuits, detachment and objective viewpoints around things, anything with mental battles. And then this energy rules over the ankles, calves, veins, and circulation. So any type of wishes around those, and you can just take a look at the screenshot here, pause it and look over it while you're creating your new moon wishes, or come back to it. And that can help you with all that. If you are interested in checking out and being aware of how to make the most of your birthday wishes, that you have 80 a year, I know, 2 sections of 40 each, and then also all of these new moon wishes, and also make the most of your full moon release ceremonies, I actually offer a special wishing upon a star astro reading, and I have a link down below in the description box if you're interested in purchasing one of those. They're $10, but they give you a big picture of all that for the entire year. All right, so that's how to make the most of the new moon energies around that. And because with Aquarius, there is this energy of, water. They're water bears. I have the little waves here. This is the symbol of Aquarius. Even though they're an air sign, they're water bears. Thus, all the emotions, water, and all the ocean stuff on here. But it's an air sign. So it's a balance between the mind and the heart that comes in here. And so for this pick a card, we're going to be asking, where can I use emotional freedom? Aquarius is very rebel-like, and so when you put that in with that emotions, and that the moon is an emotional energy, this helps us with that. So we're going to ask, where can we use emotional freedom? You will have a choice between 3 different pick a card readings. You can choose from as many of them as you want. You can do all 3 if you are drawn to it. Timestamps of everything are listed down in the description box of the video. So if you want to leap forward in any of them, you definitely can do that. But we're going to start with number 1 right now. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling 3 oracle cards. We're going to start off with the Wisdom of Hafiz, which is this beautiful deck here, just in case I'm totally mispronouncing that. And then we're going to see that where you can use your emotional freedom. So we'll start off here and see for those that chose reading number 1. Where can we use, all right, emotional freedom? All right, nope, they said none of those. New slippery cards here, so butterfingers. All right, here we go. That is the one. So we'll start here, and we've got transformation. Beautiful, beautiful card here. Sorry, it's a little bit bright here. And we'll put that in the middle, starting right here. All right. And let's see what energy this brings in. So it says that the snow and I are kneeling on roofs all over the world, and a spring will come to each life, and we will melt back into God. So it says, let go, surrender whatever you're clinging to. Like a phoenix carries certainty of rebirth in its breast, go willingly to the fire and surrender what is aching to be reborn. Outdated beliefs, old ideas, worn out dreams, burnt out relationships, anything that makes you feel too small, overly tired, or not enough are fireworthy. Burn them. New life needs the space of transformation in order to take root. So drop your defenses and melt away all that does not belong. Wow. Beautiful energies coming in here with that for sure. Especially with a new moon, meaning new beginnings and this transformation of, a release that comes in here. So when we're asking, where can you use emotional freedom? It's in old things that no longer serve you, releasing them, transforming them, which we have lower vibrational emotions that were rooted in fear when we experience them. And we don't necessarily have to destroy them. What we do is we question them, we look at them, and we transform them into higher wisdom and higher knowledge. So we're transforming the old emotions and learning from them, making them our strengths rather than something that brings us down, right? So we'll continue with the wisdom. We're going to pull here from the Wisdom of the House of Night. And we'll take a look here as well. All right. So what else about this transformation? All right. That is the one right here. So let's take a look here. Chaos. Chaos, card number 9. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Sorry for the glare here. It's just very bright out, and these are very glossy, so we'll put those right here. And I love this. We're rolling out a new podcast from chaos to cozy, which is from fear to love, basically, right? But we'll take a look here. These are the Wisdom House of Night here by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. Let's see what this brings in here. And it says, a storm is a-brewing, and misunderstandings are all too common as chaos swirls around your life right now. It says, my child, you have nothing to fear. I'm here to remind you that after a storm, the air is cleared, and life will begin again better than before. The silly thing is, if you refuse to take shelter, you'll get soaked, and you may have to repair a lot of damage. If you created the chaos, you'll have to clean it up. But if others are the cause, you must step out of it and wait out the storm. You will be glad you did. A good thing to say to yourself is no drama. And there's drama whenever there's a victim, a villain, or a hero. And so you're realizing that you don't have to live in this old chaos, these old memories. These old emotions as they were, they can be transformed into something of higher love and knowledge. And I'm sure we'll probably dig into that when we pull tarot here. But we're also going to pull from the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle. All right. So So let's take a look here. What else about this transformation from chaos to peace, chaos to cozy, as we were saying? So let's take a look. And we've got the two-spirit balance, card number 31. Beautiful card here. So we got 41 and 31, the balance of both the upper and lower vibration that comes in here too. This is the beautiful wisdom of oracles too. If you guys are interested in those, you know what they look like. Beautiful cards. So balance says, traditionally, many indigenous cultures recognized and held people who encompassed both the masculine and feminine traits in high regard. They were honored within the community, often considered sacred and divine. Two-spirit people have existed since the beginning of time, and the reclaimed umbrella term was chosen to help bridge understandings of gender and sexuality within the indigenous and Western identities. This has been the way of indigenous people to educate others and embrace traditional teachings, unifying diverse spiritual expressions throughout varied indigenous languages. And it's important to note that two-spirit is culturally specific for indigenous people and should not be used by non-indigenous individuals to identify themselves. However, these teachings embody elements of sacred traditions and bring forth an understanding that we should honor two-spirit individuals, celebrate unique perspectives, and similarly honor the masculine and feminine energy that exists within all of us. There is a call to find balance within ourselves, to cherish the masculine and feminine aspects of the Creator, and to respect and integrate both the intellectual and emotional aspects of our being. If you've drawn the two-spirit card today, it's an opportunity to celebrate yourself or someone you love who identifies as a member of the LGBTQ2+ community. Perhaps you need to fully accept aspects of your masculine and feminine or your intellectual and emotional state of being, finding balance in the middle. Love all that you are and embrace all the expressive, beautiful, unique, and colorful people who reside here on Mother Earth of all gender identities and sexual preferences. It's only through unconditional love of self and others that we can create a more loving and peaceful world. Wow. So we ended up there, right? From chaos to love to cozy to accepting everyone as they are and however anyone identifies. And instead of battling and having this chaos, there's this transformation of emotion, going from judgment to unconditional love, from fear to unconditional love, from chaos to peace. And I love this beautiful transformative energy whenever we have emotions that bubble up within us that feel limiting, constricting, igniting. That comes back down to fear, right? Because when you look at a place from unconditional love, there is this freedom that comes in. I love it. All right. And then for the tarot, we're going to use this beautiful Sanctus Concordia Tarot deck by Christopher Lee, and he was very generous. When I purchased the cards from him, he did offer 10% off to all my followers. So in the description box down below, there's a link with a code. If you are interested in this beautiful deck, you can get it for 10% off. All right, so let's take a look here, see what else do they want you to know around this emotional freedom. So what else? Okay, they want that one, and then the bottom of the deck. All right. So we'll start over here. We got the Five of Swords, and how perfect this is, because the Five of Swords does represent conflict, and the conflict between the heart and the mind. So this is all about the conflicting energies, just confirming that all of this energy that we've been feeling around, our heart battling our mind, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must, all of that's coming in here. This is about transforming, getting out of our minds and into our hearts. And I was read somewhere really recently that I think it's in a book, Letting Go, and it was talking about that an emotion creates like 1,000 thoughts, And if we transform an emotion, all these thoughts automatically change as well. It's like our psyche has all our emotions. It doesn't box up by thought, it boxes them and puts them in files by emotion. And when we transform an emotion, all the thoughts that are in the file get transformed as well. So I love that. Great book, Letting Go. I can't think of the author right now, but it's a great book. If I remember, I will. In fact, I'll write it down here, and I will try to remember to either post it here, or I will or put it in the description box of the video if you're interested in that. And then let's jump to the other side here. Yeah. So one to the other, and we've got the beautiful Sun card, which represents this fieriness that's coming in here, this beautiful joy, celebration, shines light on all things. It does help us get into the Leo energy, into that inner child, which goes back to a place of, before we're taught to judge each other and, right, wrong, blah, 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 punishment, right? There's this freedom that comes with this childlike energy that comes into our lives. And I love that coming in here, because this is definitely this transformation of energies. Look at this. We got the Queen of Swords. Here we go. Queen of Swords, balancing of mind and heart. All the queens are given a second portion of emotion of cups. So she balances that with, exactly as we were just talking about. She has that Ace of Swords, which allows you to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love. But it's a double-edged sword. It also allows us to transform the old ways of thinking and believing into higher vibrational things as well. So how perfect she comes in, showing that you have the power and the ability. It's a gift that's given from Spirit for you. All right. Then over here, we got the Three of Wands. Yeah, change of direction. So with this new information, with this new freedom from these restrictions and this enlightenment that comes with all of this, with that Sun card, you're able to change directions and go in a different way than you had anticipated going. So it not only transforms your inner thoughts and beliefs and emotions, but it changes and where you make a different decisions for your outside world, go different directions, make alterations in relationships you have with people, what job you're doing, where you're living. It can impact every area of your life if you are living a lot of fear-based beliefs and having yourself limited. But there's definitely this emotional transformation that happens, transforms your outer world too, with the Three of Wands. Wow, you can't make this up. So you got the Five of Swords, then you have the Queen of Swords, you got the King of Swords. So again, very much this strong ability. The kings are balanced with, well, not balanced, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So this king rules over air, co-rules with the queen, but all the kings, because they're given a second portion of air, they're the master. Double air, they are the masters of emotion and thought and belief. So you definitely have here's that balancing of divine masculine and feminine energy that's talked about too. We all have divine masculine, divine feminine energy. So there is this empowerment, this ability to really balance out your head and your heart. And here's the Aquarian energy coming in too. So I love this. You are empowered to transform your energies. Yeah. And here's the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups shows the emotions here in the outside world that we get bored with. And we are taught to, we're going to be emotionally filled by relationships, situations, and things, but all those things don't fill us up for very long, if at all, because they're not what we're truly looking for. What we're truly looking for is up here, the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail, which allows us to be filled with the love from above, the unconditional love from above, and it has this beautiful freeing effect on us, that's what we're looking for here, right? Is that when we turn inward and upward, we fill up like a chalice and then overflow out to the world. And where the emotions and the other things of the outside world felt falling short and incomplete, it transforms. Our emotions transform from a place of fear and lack to joy and overflowing abundance. And anything anyone gives us in the outside world is very freeing. So I love this energy coming in. I do want to take this beautiful feather representing the air energy of Aquarius, and we're just going to allow this energy, if you will, just take a big deep breath. We're allowing this transformation to happen, this beautiful energy, as we flee and free ourselves from the old ways of thinking and feeling into higher vibrational energy and love. Beautiful. One more big deep breath. All right, beautiful. All right. So that's the message they have for you here. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That does tell me you're enjoying the readings, but it also tells YouTube, and it'll bring similar content to you. The other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and select all, then you'll be notified when any new readings come out here on my channel. Plus, when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. There's, things that you can do to help be part of the love tsunami. It's like I said, liking and sharing these videos, commenting on the video, subscribing to my channel, and you can even become a YouTube member, a channel member of mine as well. Because doing all those things does make the YouTube algorithm super giddy, happy, excited, and it wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, past life readings, also birthday readings. I have personal relationship readings, a variety of different things, and all those are listed in the description box below if you're interested in checking any of those out. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through your journey, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling a card from this beautiful deck, the Wisdom of Hafiz. I think that's the way that is said there. But if you're interested, you can see what that looks like. But we'll start here to find out where you can use emotional freedom. So let's give these 2 shuffles to capture the number 2 energy. For those of you that chose reading number 2. All right, so what do you want those that chose reading number 2 about where can they use emotional freedom? All right, it is this one right here. And you've got embracing the stillness. Beautiful, beautiful. Sorry for the glare there. Lotus flowers. We'll put this in here in the middle. I think that's the middle. Maybe that's the middle. That's probably the middle. Card number 7. All right. Embrace the stillness. Stillness is an alchemy stone. And there is a door inside your mind no one told you about. It leads to a land of infinite potential and creative genius. You enter the doorway through stillness. And if you seek to know the wild expanse of your truest power, or discover the true home of your deepest belonging, go there. Go often and listen deeply. Wow. I love it. So embracing the stillness, definitely. So this energy is, where can you use emotional freedom? From these emotions of busyness and rush, and this activity, that I always have to be doing something. I always have to be moving somewhere. I've got to be doing. This is returning back to being, right? So we'll take a look here and see what else they want to bring in here through the wisdom of the night here by this beautiful deck. And let's see what they have here. We'll also give that 2 shuffles to bring in the power of 2. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 2? What this release of stillness and activity. I feel like it's this one right here. All right. And we've got Oath. So we have this Oath here, card number 49. We'll put that right here, and let's see what this brings in here. So it says, my lovely child, you've chosen the symbol for oath, and this is the symbol for all promises and is a reminder to keep the ones that you've made. And it says, an oath is never made lightly nor in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. And when you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time you look at how you have made your promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath? Has anyone broken his or her promise to you? Let the person go. Don't hold on if someone refuses to be honorable. You don't want this person in your life. And for now, the most important promise you can make is to yourself. Promise to be kind, loving, honorable, and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. I love this energy here. This is the promise to yourself with all of this here. And, the embracing the stillness, I just feel like there's a lot of activity we have about these and the promises that we've made, becoming aware of what that means. Because there's this long list of supposed tos and shoulds, need tos, have tos, and musts that we made out of fear when we were children, not knowing any better. It's like making an oath when you're, 4 years old, and you're 40 years old later, you're like, why did I make that oath? Well, you were a child. And you can release yourself from all those oaths, those promises, those supposed to, shoulds, need tos that you made out of fear. And it's time to bring all that back to yourself. So all this activity and all this energy we put in to try to live up to these oaths that are not ours, that we truly made. They were made of this human child and children, right? And this is about stepping into what is your new oath you want to make to yourself. And you find that coming to this stillness, getting out of all the activity, trying to live up to the old so that you can find out who is it that you truly want to be. Capital T, truth of what oath you want, and then you put energy in that going forward instead. So I like that energy. And then we've got this other beautiful deck, the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle. And we're also going to pull from here. So let's give those 2 shuffles, and we will take a look. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 2? All right, here it is right here. And you've got Sweet Grass Sacred Medicine Strength, card number 28. Beautiful. So put that here. So sweet grass, actually I think this is sweet grass right here, is the 4th sacred medicine. It is placed in the north direction and is directly related to Mother Earth. As such, it is referred to as Mother's Hair. It serves as a way of connecting to her and can be used in healing circles because it has a calming effect, and while smudging it promotes peace, kindness, and purification, those things that we want to give to ourselves, right? Sweetgrass has a pleasant and sweet aroma and can be used to call in the ancestors or those in the spirit world. Special significance is paid to sweetgrass because it's the only sacred medicine where ceremony is so heavily involved in its collection and through the process of braiding. Prayers are spoken while the blades of grass are picked, then again during the interweaving of each braid. since the level of care and attention involved in the harvesting process of sweetgrass is so significant, it helps shed light on its traditional teachings. Although individual strands are easily broken, there is an incredible strength when they're braided together. And as the individual strands are intertwined, they become impossible to break. The importance of the braiding symbolizes strength of family and of community, and reinforces the lesson that the support of others can fortify our own internal strength. If you've drawn the Sweetgrass Sacred Medicine card today, it's a reminder to savor the sweetness in your life. Oftentimes, the most cherished moments we experience are fleeting and may even be fragile, but it is important nonetheless to appreciate those moments. There might also be a call to connect more closely with others, either to our ancestors or community or family members. We're never alone in this life, and there is strength in numbers, both through our ancestors in spirit and to those closest to us in the physical world. Well, I love the freedom and the stillness and the connection to Mother Earth, because one of the big things when we're embracing our stillness, it is this energy of getting out into nature, getting away from all the chaos and all the rules, right? And the freedom that comes in just Empress energy, number 3, Empress in the major arcana of tarot, which we'll look at tarot in a moment. But there's this, they're the ones that are free from all of the societal restrictions and organized religion and spirituality restrictions. There's this freedom that comes in with all of this, of refreshment, of focusing in on the now instead of the past or the fear of the future, really coming back to be still and present. So I love that energy coming in here. And then we'll jump into the tarot next. We got this Sanctus Concordia tarot deck by Christopher Lee, and very kind, they offered 10% off all of my followers. I have the link down in the description box below if you're interested in purchasing this beautiful deck. But let's give it a couple shuffles here, and we'll see what additional messages Spirit has for you. One more time here. All right. So what else do you have for all those that chose reading number 2? All right, they do want 1, 2, and 3, and then these 3 here. All right, so we'll start over here. And we got the 5 of Swords. Oh my gosh, this came out in reading 1. So if you were kind of torn between reading 1 and 2, definitely go back and check number 1 out. So this is the balancing of thoughts between the heart and the head. And this is the release of these, oaths that we were talking about here, that you don't need to be caught up in, all of the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's, these small t truths that are rooted in fear, all that opinion that we were given all our lives around how everything is supposed to be and should unfold, right? So I love that. We'll jump over here. Yeah, because you have the Ace of Wands. Once you go through all of this, you have this new passion, this new drive, this new excitement for life, because in this stillness, you're really understanding and getting the clarity about what you truly want. We talked about the capital T truths, and so you do definitely put this energy and this passion into living your life. And what is your new oath, your oath to yourself? That's what the energy that you put forward, the new passion, definitely comes about here. Yeah, and the 2 of Wands, whatever you focus on with your energy is what you grow and expand in. I like the way they interpreted this, because you do have staring at the world, the possibilities of the world, and whatever you focus on grows and expands. I mean, literally, this is what she's growing because she's looking at it, right? She's looking somewhere else, she'd be growing that instead. So this beautiful energy that comes in here about whatever we put all of our moment-to-moment choices on is what we grow and expand. A like attracts like, and it draws it to us. Kind of like we're talking about the new moon energy in the beginning, making the most of the new moon. energies that come in here. So realizing that if you're focusing on your fears, you draw it in, but if you're focusing on your higher vibration, what you truly want with your higher heart, that's what you draw in here instead. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles does show this energy. You know, it can be the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So it can be about having patience as things do change and unfold in your life. But there's another part of the Seven of Pentacles that comes into play with all this, because it reminds me of reading one when you got the Three of Wands in this position, which is about once you have new information, you're changing direction. Well, the same thing here, when you realize that all of this focusing in on the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's of what everyone is telling you to do, you get the fruit. The fruit comes to fruition and you're like, huh. You know, I like using the example of I planted an apple tree and I watched it grow and, you know, it sprouted and here goes the trunk and the branches and, you know, the leaves and the blossoms. And then here comes the fruit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I did plant an apple tree. Why did I plant an apple tree so long ago? It's like, oh, because everyone else wanted apple juice and apple fritters and apple pie and applesauce. And everyone else wanted this stuff. And so I planted it for them, right? I made this oath, I will grow an apple tree. Now the apple tree is growing and you're like, but I want guacamole. And so you're able to, with this change here, going, here's the apple tree. You guys can have the apple tree, but I'm going to plant the avocado tree. I'm going to have avocados and make guacamole instead. So there is this change of direction that you're putting in your life here that makes a difference there. And then you have the High Priestess. Yeah, number 2 here. And so this was the Two of Wands, and now you have the Major Arcana number 2. And the High Priestess is amazing. Embrace the stillness. The High Priestess steps away from all the chaos and noise of the outside world. She goes into her High Priestess temple, connects upward, goes behind the veil, dives deep into their emotions, and discovers what it is that they truly want in life, right? This is where the clarity comes in, dives into the unknown. And the stillness, in the stillness, is where this knowledge comes in, where the hidden is revealed to you here. So definitely supported to take that time. Yep, and then here's the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, I know that looks like a horrible card, but I love the way that they interpret it, because this is the expectations equal disappointment card, and it is talking about these old, you know, fears that we have. It's the expectations equal disappointment, the heartbreak, which we have all these beliefs that all this stuff is our fault, and if I don't do these things, I'm going to be rejected, I'm going to be disappointed in everything. But that's what's happening, is that we're looking to the outside world to complete us, and it can't bring us what we're looking for. We can only find that from within, and this is when you step away from all these you know, energies that we have from the past here. That's what takes us out of this fear into this place of peace, and we realize this beautiful love that we have inward, especially as you connect upward and you feel that beautiful unconditional love from above. You're realizing, I came down here to experience this. Like the lotus, who forms in mud at the bottom of a pond or lake, and it's getting through the muck and the mud that creates the beauty of what it is, because having experienced it, it knows more fully what it is. And experiencing mud, when you have a beautiful lotus flower, that the contrast that comes in from it. If it's a beautiful garden and it's blooming, it just kind of blends in with all the other beauty. But in contrast, next to the mud, it's even more beautiful than you would have thought about it in the beginning. So I love this stillness and this coming into the peace, getting out of the activity of trying to live up to all of these expectations that are rooted in fear. You're able to come back, and instead of trying, you're actually able to be the beautiful, powerful you that you discover when you go into your High Priestess temple. You discover who it is you truly want to be, and you put that energy going forward here. There is this change and transformation, but definitely it starts with getting still, getting to your high priestess temple, getting out into nature, and there's this freedom that comes. And I do want to use this beautiful feather here to transform and help move the air energy of Aquarius with emotions. So let's take a look here and have this emotional freedom as we move from the hectic busyness and we release that energy. We wash it away. We wisp it away with the energy. Take a big deep breath in. And hold it for a moment, and then let it out. And so we move into the stillness of being and out of doing to discover the powerful truth of who you want to be, and then the energy that moves it forward. So we're moving the energy forward towards this Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. All right, beautiful number twos. This is what they have for you. If you are interested in more messages of love from above, a few things you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking that like button. It does tell YouTube that you're enjoying the content, but it tells me that you're enjoying the content as well, and YouTube will bring you more similar content as well. The other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. It does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and select all, you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel and when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. In addition to all of that, when you do things like liking the video, sharing the video with others, commenting on any of my videos, subscribing to the channel, even becoming one of my YouTube channel members, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm super crazy happy, excited, and it wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you're inspired by any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings. I have birthday readings, past life readings, relationship readings, and a variety of others. You can find all that information listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through this amazing, wonderful journey, just realize every second of every day of your life that you truly are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. Hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off with this beautiful oracle deck, the Wisdom of Hawkins, I think is how you pronounce that. I probably am not pronouncing that correctly, but that's where we'll start off to see where can you use emotional freedom. We'll give these 3 shuffles for the power of 3 for all those that chose reading number 3. So what? All right, there we go. Come flying out of here. So you've got Rest Deeply, card number 44. Wow, this has some of the energy of reading number 2, which had some of the reading of, in a different way, of reading number 1. So definitely there's some overlapping energies here. I love power number 44. And it says, who does not rest best after making love? Whoa. So all day long, I entwine so sweetly with all forms. It says the maxim goes, to everything there is a season. But in our fast-paced culture, we often forget about the fertile season of resting. Winter shows us that all life forms must rest, and the fields must lie fallow in order to generate rebirth. Now is the time to let go of the plans and pressures of performance and gift yourself a season of stillness. Let your thoughts loosen, your mind wander. Let your soul bones curl into a soft wonder. Then lay your head in the lap of awe and drift away into rest's gentle embrace. Wow. I love that energy. A little different. Reading number 2 was about getting out of the hustle and bustle and taking a moment to see where you're focusing your energy. This energy feels a lot like a season of rest, not even just a momentarily to regain, but kind of like the reading too was getting out of the old ways of thinking and where you're investing your energy in a lot of activity trying to perform and get to something, reevaluating, readjusting, and then heading off in a different direction. This feels like you're on the path that you're destined for. You're doing all of these things. You have this knowing deep within you of what you are to be doing, and you've been doing that, but it's also about this rest. You don't have to have this belief of that I have to be so busy and exhaust myself for success to head in my direction of my dreams. This is about you can rest while living your dream, and there is this energy of be still and just know you're on the right path. You're heading in the direction that is highest for your soul right now, but you don't have to exhaust yourself being so busy. There's actually I have this piece of paper that I look at every day. I'm not going to show it to you because it's a mess right now. But one of the things that hasn't is I don't need to work hard to receive money, to receive abundance, to receive prosperity. I simply attract it by showing up as me. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling here is you attract what you need just because of who you are. We're next going to look at the wisdom of the house of night and take a look here and see what else they want you to know about this. Resting and not exhausting yourself, living towards your dream. And I get it. Sometimes I get overzealous, like I'm getting ready to roll out a podcast called From Chaos to Cozy, like the little cat here. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this. And Spirit's like, overnight I woke up, and in the morning I was like, oh my gosh, that's overdoing it. Why do you feel you need to do so much with something? Just show up as yourself. Share, yourself with the world. And I like that for you. All right, let's take a look here. So what else? For those that chose reading number 3, right? Here's the one right here. And you've got Invisible, card number 16. I'm just going to zero in a little bit here because there's like kind of this new moon symbol in here with all this new moon energy in Aquarius. So let's take a look. Card number 16. And let's see what comes in here for you. So sometimes you may feel like you don't fit in, as if you're invisible to others. As your goddess, I see you, I know you, and I believe in you. Wow. It says, know that not everyone has the ability to recognize you fully, and that perhaps they are so caught up in their own stories that they can't see you. And it's okay, because those who can see you are the important companions on your path to finding your magic. Another meaning for the symbol you've chosen is that circumstances may require you to step back and remain in the shadows. Now is not the time for you to tell all and show everyone your truth. Being invisible protects you from harm right now so that you can observe your surroundings without being vulnerable. Stay hidden and watch others do before acting. Yeah, so there is this, like I said, there's this stepping back, realize you are seen. Again, this is Spirit saying you're on the right path. You're heading in the direction that's for your highest experience. But some people may not recognize it, and this stepping away, realizing, a lot of what we do sometimes when we overexhaust ourselves is to be recognized and to be validated by people of the outside world. I know that when I questioned, why do I feel like I need to do this and this and this and this? It's like, well, it's, we go into that old habit of trying to please people, and it's like, okay, but what do I want to do? And this stepping back allows you to see that and gain some clarity around it too, but that you don't have to do so much. I like it. And then we're just going to pull from the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle here. 3 shuffles, and it's a beautiful deck too. I love the artistry in these, and of course the messages. All right, and there's your card. All right, and you've got love, the eagle. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll put that right here. Another 4, 4, 4, and 4. It says, to feel and experience true love is to know the Creator, and only by loving oneself can one express love for the Great Spirit. It is through self-love that we can fully experience love for others. It is impossible to experience true love without loving ourselves first. Eagle was chosen by the Creator to represent this teaching within the 7 sacred grandfather teachings. Eagle can fly higher than any other creature and is able to connect most easily to the Creator. In this way, Eagle can provide the purest vision to the seeker of the divine love that the Great Spirit has for us all. It is through the sacredness of love that all things are possible, and by fully loving ourselves, we can more closely connect to the divine. Love is the most undeniable force in the universe, and it is through this gift that we can grasp the unknowable. As humans, we may not fully understand the Creator's plan for us or the path laid ahead of us in this life, but it is through love that we can truly know this universal truth. And if you've drawn this card today, it ushers in a time for a deeper understanding of unconditional love, a greater sense of self-love, or it may indicate a new deepening, romantic, familial, or platonic connection. Remember, only as you deepen your own love of self can you engage in the bounty that life has to offer and fully express love for others. Yeah. And that's what our path is uniquely sharing the love within our heart with the world here. So this path for clarity, your true north, is seeing how you are doing this and understanding that stepping away, you can see how you're being drawn into trying to do it the way that you think other people want it to be done and supposed to and should and need to and have to and must. But there's great clarity that comes in here on your path too. And then we're going to pull here some tarot, and we're going to pull from this Sanctus Concordia tarot deck from Christopher Lee. And very sweet soul, they did offer 10% off this deck for any of my followers. The link is in the description box below with the code. So if you're interested in this beautiful deck, you can get 10% off. So let's give these a shuffle, and we'll see what else Spirit has here for this. Rest deeply in the knowledge that you are in the perfect place at the perfect moment, and that you're on the perfect path. But the reminder to express love. Express your love in your own unique way. Don't feel drawn off trying to do it the way that you think everyone else wants you to do it, right? Okay, they want that one there, and this one here, and this one here, and this one here. All right. So let's take a look here. Yeah, the Two of Wands coming up here. So the Two of Wands is that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. But I like this. You hold your world in your hands. The power of choice being emphasized here with the power wherever you invest your energy. You know, when we're talking about trying to, live the way everyone else wants us to live, it's because we're Phil and we've been told growing up that we're responsible for other people's emotions, their choices. And we're like, no, but that happens like, parents and whatever, like you made mommy sad, you made daddy mad. It's like, oh, I'm in control of their emotions, so I need to, make everyone happy. That's kind of what draws us in, right? But when we realize that we can't, I can give someone the world and they could still choose to be upset, right? I don't control that. I only control my own stories that I apply with my minds and thoughts, the emotions I choose each moment, the energy that I put forward in my physical action. So this is like stepping out and realizing that you are the only one that can live your life, and they are the only ones that can live their lives. You can't control it. You can't change it. You can only, put out unconditional love. We can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or unconditional love. Those are the choices in each moment. But we ultimately can't make anyone choose what they don't want to choose. So I like this energy that comes in, this freedom that comes in, coming back to you, right? Let's see what's over here. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely fortunate, this path you're on, even your human is going to be very, very pleased with how this unfolds, because this does tell us that everything in our life does unfold for us. Even sometimes our human is like, how is that for me? But when the Wheel of Fortune card comes out, it says even our human is like totally on board with how things unfold. So very, very beneficial and prosperous direction here. Yeah, and here we have the Justice card. Here's the balancing between what other people think and higher ways of thinking. We balance out, we start off very out of balance with a lot of fears of supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be in our life. Those things we think we're supposed to do, again, out of that fear, right, that we're drawn in. But as we're connecting higher, taking this time out and seeing things from this higher perspective with this eagle, we're able to see things more clearly, and that I don't have to do it the way everyone is telling me to do it. I get to do it my way, my own unique way, from a place of unconditional love, not from a place of fear of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. Yeah, here's the Nine of Swords. The cutting away of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be. The facing of the fears is what comes in. This is known as like nightmare and insomnia cards. So many things on our mind. But the 9 here is the ending of this cycle, the ending, and going into this 10 with an ending, a new beginning. So letting go of these thoughts and these beliefs that don't serve anymore is such an important piece of the journey and the adventure. And we wanted to experience those things on purpose, for a purpose. And then the freedom that comes when you step away from that and you release yourself and you connect to this own unique way of presenting things. There's not the pressure of letting other people down. There's just living your dream. I love it. Yeah, and the Seven of Pentacles, two of these cards, I think this came out in reading number 2, and this came out in, I think this also reading number 2. But the Seven of Pentacles is about last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. Very much this energy of transformation coming through with this Aquarius season. And if you checked out the Aquarius season, pick a card. We talk about Pluto going into Aquarius, which is going to be a couple decades of significant change and transformation. So I'm not surprised that we're getting a lot of transformative cards where with new information, you're changing your direction. When the fruit starts to come in, you're like, why do I want that? There's this change of looking at things from a different perspective, and that you're choosing to not do some things and do things. There's some things like this message was you're on the right direction. You're headed there. There's just some tweaking. You're realizing some stuff that you were like going to do. And like I was going to do a YouTube group and do all this around my podcast. And I'm like, yeah, but let me just keep it on YouTube in the community area. Why do all that extra stuff? And then, there's all this maintenance and all this stuff. You're like, I'm going to keep it simple and do it this way. And the freedom that comes with that, right? So the changing of direction, the getting rid of some busy work that doesn't align with where you're wanting to head here. And then lastly, you have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I'm not surprised that she showed up. One, she's very connected with spirit, because she's queen over the spiritual energy of the wand suit, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which is also allows her to connect with her empathic abilities and with spirit through emotions. And so there is definitely this fire in the belly that comes with this. She's very, very powerful wherever she focuses her energy, she gets stuff done. She definitely moves forward with this energy. And, again, if she has any need of guidance or direction, she doesn't fear risk because she connects higher. She's able to connect with the eye in the sky, her spiritual posse of support, and they guide her. And that's why the queen, out of all the royalty of the wand suit, usually the page, the knight, and the king will have like a salamander on the original tarot, which is protects them from risk. But she has a black cat on hers because she doesn't need protection from risk, because she doesn't feel like she's taking a risk. She reaches a wall and she's like, I need to go left or right. Spirit, hey, can you guide me? Which is right? And they're like, take a right. And so they take a right, and success. People are like, why? How can you do that? And it's because she has a strong connection with spirit, and she listens. She doesn't just talk to them, she listens. So I love that. So beautiful, beautiful energy coming in here. And what I want to do, I'm going to use this beautiful feather with the air energy of Aquarius to help move this energy along, to help transform this energy, this emotional freedom, the freedom from the old fears, and this energy of empowerment. We're going to kind of like, there's a flame here with the Queen of Wands, and when you fan a flame, that gets all this oxygen that makes it grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that's what we're doing, allowing this energy, this focus, this flow to head towards this Wheel of Fortune as well. So I love this energy. Take a big deep breath in. Hold it for a moment, and as you release, let this old fear go. We're pushing it away. We're pushing it away. We're pushing it away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I love this message for you. And that's what they have for you right now. But if you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That does tell me you're enjoying the video, but it also tells YouTube that you are. They'll bring similar content to you as well. The other thing you do is click that subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and select all, you'll be notified when any new videos come out on the channel. Plus, you'll be notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. In addition to all that, if you do things like, hitting that like button, sharing my videos with others, commenting on the video, subscribing to my channel, or even becoming a YouTube channel member, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm super giddy, happy, excited, and wants to automatically share the video with other people as well. So if you feel inspired by any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your life, I do offer personal readings. I do past life readings, birthday readings, relationship readings. All that information is listed in the description down below if you're interested. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through your amazing adventure, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care.